Hello Geeks and Ghouls, there is no in hell will do 31 short stories to Halloween without mentioning Edgar Allan Poe. I've got a thick tome of all his stories and actually hitting it hard my ear, and so I had to pick one story to talk about today. I mean, I've done a Mask of the Red Death video quite some time ago, so I decided to go with the Black Cat. So yeah, I saw a story called Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. Content warning, there will be a lot of animal abuse in the story. So if you're not familiar with the story and you don't want to hear about what is done to the Black Cat, yeah, you better click off, alright? Edgar Allan Poe is of course very important. He is the creator of the mystery genre, as well as very important in horror fiction. The Black Cat is definitely a story of its time for the way it's written, and definitely very influential in the centuries to come after it was written. This is a story of a man who is married, and he and his wife have a lot of pets, one of which is a black cat that he feels very strongly about. He really likes that dude. So as he succumbs to alcoholism, he is abusing his wife, he's abusing his pets, but his cat. Until one day he gets mad at the cat because of his being drunk and tries to catch it, and the cat bites him. So our protagonist takes its eye out. Yeah, I mean, he's a very likable guy. You have to root for this guy, you know. And since the cat is avoiding him after that and he feels very guilty for what he did, he hangs it from a tree. The same night that he kills the cat, his house catches fire, and there is an impression of a black cat hanging on his wall, on the wall that remains of his house. He keeps on drinking, only now he lives in squalor with his wife in a squalid home, and one night drinking in a pub he sees that there is a black cat there that kind of reminds him of the cat he lost, and he adopts the cat, takes it home. But as the new cat is, you know, this new cat is appreciating him as an owner, he's growing more and more agitated because he remembers what he did to the other cat. So he tries to kill it with an axe. His wife tries to stop him, so he kills the wife, because why not? And stricken by what he has done, he decides to dispose of the body by building it inside a hole in the cellar. The cat goes missing after that, and he is pretending that nothing is happening. The police comes into his house to check out, but he doesn't feel the least bit worried because apparently he has done such a great work hiding the body, there's no way to find it. So they go to the cellar with the police officers. He strikes at the wall so that, yeah, that's very sturdy, and he strikes where the dead body is hidden. So they start hearing some crying noises from inside. The police officers are taking down the wall to see what's behind, and they find the corpse together with the cat that was built inside the wall. And that's the entire story. It's a very iconic story, very important. It plays a lot like a lot of Edgar Allan Poe's work, plays with a skewed perception of reality, with the innate flaws inside human beings, and with a poetic sense of irony and justice. So yeah, that's a very typical Edgar Allan Poe story. It's written in the early 80s, the early 19th century. So the way it's written, it's antiquated, but the ways he uses to write the story and the voice of the protagonist, it's really interesting. This main character, our point of view character, is a piece of shit, and the way he tries to explain himself is quite interesting. In a way, it has some autobiographical elements because Edgar Allan Poe was a drunkard, And this story was interesting. I mean, it's a classic for a reason. It's one of the stories that stood out because, of course, it did. And it's well written. You have to, by the end, when the main character gets his desserts, you're like, yes. I don't think that's the best Edgar Allan Poe story. I don't think it's the deepest. I cannot come up with any deep meaning out of it. So yeah, maybe I should have chosen another story, but what can I do? I mean, I have to get these videos out. So yeah, that's it. It's interesting psychological horror with elements of, character study. And I liked it. Yes, of course I did like it, but it's so old and so done since then that I cannot feel that we can talk about the story in any deep form, in any, have a deeper conversation about it. It's definitely a classic. Most of us are familiar with it, and yeah, no great revelations, no big allegory or going into a video essay about it like I did for Mask of the Death, which is quite interesting to do in 2021, I guess. So hope you like this video. Press the like button, subscribe for more videos like that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay spooky.